He said he started to choke her, and he said he choked her for 5 minutes. And I was like, how did you know that? And he's like, well, there's a clock right in front of me, and I made her watch it.
St. Joseph County Central Dispatch, Michigan, receives a call on the evening of May 22, 2019, from a man claiming he knows the location of a missing woman's body.
Did you see this firsthand, or he tell you this, or how?
He told me about it and asked me if I wanted to see the body, and I said no.
And when the cops respond to the address, what they find is worse than they could have imagined.
Yep, those are her legs. Now remember, when we open this is something that we're never going to be able to unsee.
The missing woman is 42-year-old Kelly Jean Warner, a mother and a grandmother with an interest in nature and climate justice. No one's heard from her for weeks.
Do you mind if we come and look, make sure she's not here?
I can tell you she's not.
And the truth of what happened to her is almost beyond believing.
I'm dumbfounded by what people are capable of.
He took a torch and would torch some of her body.
With chilling body cam footage.
I saw some toes and an ankle.
And a collection of terrified witnesses.
It's out there, man. He was just laughing about it. And
He was bragging and laughing about it the whole time, which was the disturbing part. Yeah, he's definitely a freak for sure.
I mean, you have a lot of detective shows, right?
Sure.
So
very good.
If you keep the body cold or something, they'll preserve it.
Here on The Decoder, this is the story of the murder of Kelly Jean Warner. The Sturgis Police Department responds to 209 North Maple Avenue at 11:12 p.m. that summer night. They know this is where Kelly Jean was last seen, and they know that the resident of the apartment might not cooperate with them.
Well, I don't think he's going to be very cooperative with you.
Okay. Most people aren't.
He does have some violent tendencies, so.
All right.
He takes a few minutes to answer the door.
Hi, Wade.
Hey, Wade. How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
I remember you from the Speedway.
Yeah. 3537, Superbike. What are you up to now?
Not much.
We're looking for Kimberly.
Kelly?
Or Kelly.
You know Kelly?
Kimberly or Kelly?
KJ?
KJ?
Yeah. Kelly. Nickname KJ.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard from that person in some months. She hasn't been around in a while.
She doesn't live with you or...
No.
Do you know her?
I haven't heard from her in a while. The last time I've seen her is a couple months, and last I heard she's in Kalamazoo, and after that I haven't heard from her.
Well, we just need to talk to her.
Oh, well,
Do you mind if we come and look, see if make sure she's not here?
I can tell you she's not.
This is 35-year-old Wade Allen. He's had run-ins with the local police before, which means they're on their guard.
Yeah, she isn't here. She hasn't been here in months, so.
Okay. All right.
But do you want me to get a caseworker's number information? Again, I have to look through my information stuff, and I can give you the caseworker's number.
Okay.
Because I think her and I have the same one.
Oh, that's a possibility. You have any shoes handy real quick? Can you just throw some shoes on real quick?
I could. Why? Why do I need my shoes on?
Because like I said, you're going to be detained and we're going to get a search warrant, okay?
Well, you just want to walk in, that's it?
Yeah, that's basically all we want to do is just verify.
Our bosses want to make sure she's not here. So we want to do what we got to do for our job, and then we're out.
And if she's here, we don't care. We could just say, hey, okay, if she's not here,
Do you want to, it's just one of you then?
One of us is fine.
Do you want to come in?
I'll go and wait, thank you.
They can either come in now or they'll get a search warrant anyway and come in later. So he lets them in.
It's not much, but I don't have, I got my friend's sunglasses here, but not much of anything. And then I got all this black, not bedroom. You see? She's not here. I had her suitcase from when she was here. Just me, and if I do have a guest, I have a bed.
You have a bed? Okay.
But I don't have anyone here.
Okay.
And I just
alright, man.
myself.
What's in the cooler?
Oh, that's for when the summer comes around. I'm gonna have parties and stuff, so.
Alright, no problem. Can you open that for me and then we'll get out of here?
Well, not right now, I can't. Like, I mean, I'm gonna save that for later.
Okay.
For when the summer gets here, so. But I showed you, she hasn't been here in forever.
Wade's evasiveness is suspicious.
Alright.
You won't open that cooler for me?
Well,
Can you open the fridge for me? Make sure she's not hiding in there?
there's no point in the fridge either. Like, I mean, it's just food and stuff.
I understand.
You know?
Alright, why don't you throw your shoes on real quick?
Well, I helped you out. I showed
You did partially, but you have shoes you can throw on real quick?
A little bit. But here, I'll help you. You know.
Okay, I'll help you out. Go on out.
Well, I gotta get.
You're detained right now, okay? I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she's hiding from the law or hiding from her family or what she's doing.
Well, I
so
don't think she would.
I just want to verify, okay? Can I look in that cooler over there?
That's kind of, like I said, later on and summer stuff. But I'm trying to keep my stuff kind of private, you know.
Well, that's fine. All I want to do is open it, say, KJ, you in there, and then close it right back up, and I'll get out of here. You'll be out of handcuffs, and we'll be gone.
Well, let's have a warrant for the rest of this, and I'll just
Okay.
get detained.
Okay.
They take him downstairs to wait for the warrant. But when he's in handcuffs, he changes his tune.
Okay, I'm just kind of like shook up right now. I'm in handcuffs, and
Well, I understand it. All you had to do was say, go ahead and look wherever you want to look, and we see all sorts of crazy stuff. So if there's,
I told you that's all we were looking for, sir.
yeah, we're not.
looking
If
for
there's
anything else,
anything illegal in there, we could care less. Okay.
there isn't. So
Okay.
you know.
Our job is just to try to find KJ. And if she's not there, we'll move on somewhere else.
Finally, he agrees to let them look in the cooler.
So am I good to look around a little bit? Then we'll get you out of handcuffs and we'll leave.
Yeah.
I'm good to check things out. All I'm concerned about is any closets or any coolers.
Like I said, just in here. You can watch.
Okay. Can I pop it open and just take a peek?
Well, yeah, if you want.
Okay. Why don't you step back for a second?
Okay.
What's in there?
This stuff.
Okay. All right. Let's head out here.
But my wallet's right there.
Okay. I'll grab it. Head out here. Okay.
But everything's good now.
Yep. Everything's good.
I showed you everything.
Yep. You're under arrest, okay?
The deputy can't believe what he's found in that cooler. It's beyond his worst nightmares, and he immediately calls for backup.
Jeff, hey, this is Wired. We've got homicide, located the body. We're getting crime task force getting ready, and you probably want to come check this out.
What?
We got a homicide, found a body in a cooler, had consent to search a house. We finally got consent to go in after getting detained, and finally let me look in the cooler. Peeked in there and sure enough, there's something in there.
The cooler contains human body parts, a woman's torso, naked, and with the legs severed.
Okay, now it stinks. Well, so there's a lot more evidence in here somewhere then. Yeah, now it does. I must have been holding my breath or something when I opened it. So, all right.
Did you check that cooler in the bedroom yet? Yeah. Tired, maybe. Yeah. I'll open it up. Probably gonna be the legs. It's the same smell.
Sure enough, when they look inside it,
Yep, those are her legs. I saw some toes and an ankle. Did you guys notice that he's got a bunch of rubber gloves and stuff right here?
they spend hours combing over the scene.
Oh, What I would like to determine is if he cut her up in the apartment. If he cut her up in the apartment, so you're talking a body. If he's going to dismember a body, you're going to have a large amount of blood inside of a very small apartment. Does it have carpet inside of there? Does it have hard floors? Does it have hardwood?
Laminate, I think.
Laminate.
I think it's got carpet.
They found a circular saw. Did you see what they're talking about? Is it this?
I have not seen it.
Oh, I mean, not
Reciprocating saw, not a circular saw. There's all your garbage bags and rope and scissors and.
Like a sex act or some hooker or what?
He says, well, and what he was trying to tell them, I think, is that she was already dead.
They're also fairly sure that the caller was correct. These are the body parts of Kelly Jean Warner, who's not in Kalamazoo after all. She's right here in Wade's coolers.
There's an ID right here. There's some glasses. It probably belonged to a female. Her stuff over there. The suitcase around is hers. This is not really hers. There's some love note here. There's a note.
Is there?
Yeah.
Sam took pictures of all this stuff.
Yeah. It seems like they were friends. I was thinking.
But how did she get there? Wade's behavior makes it clear he had something to do with it. But the detectives can't take anything for granted, and they know this case might be more complicated than it appears.
Look at how close it is to how close he was to getting away with it.
I know.
You did a great job, man.
I wonder, I'm sure the time will tell, but one of the things I'm most interested in is find out when this actually happened.
They take him into custody.
What I need to do is anything in your pockets I need to put in the bags. You can have it back. Yeah, handcuffs suck.
It's about 8:30 a.m. when the detectives sit him down in an interview room. And, despite their horrifying discoveries, they start by building a rapport with him.
We're gonna have a chat with you real quick. Can I get you anything else? You want me to fill your water bottle or? A little bit. I'll get you some water. Okay. We got some homemade cookies in there that are really good. You want a couple cookies?
It's hard to pass on that. Yeah.
And it gets Wade talking immediately, but not how the detectives might have expected.
Didn't mean it to. I didn't want to know how she had passed. Because one moment, like, she was in the shower and
We'll walk you through that. We'll get her all figured out. So.
My morning meetings, but I just had no idea where to present the situation without looking back on me. So the only thing I had next to plan is to give her a proper burial somewhere. I don't know where.
Gotcha. Well, we'll go over that. So.
He's acknowledging that he knew Kelly Jean had died, but not that she was murdered.
I don't know a lot about procedures, but what is scenario? On the day I found her like that, if I had called it in, would there be a different outcome?
They take him back to basics first.
Alright, and where do you reside at?
209 North Maple Street.
209 North Maple Street. Okay. And
Apartment 2.
Apartment 2. Okay. And who do you live with there?
I live by myself.
Have you lived with someone there in the past?
The only one I had live with me for a while was Kelly Jean. We've been dating on and off for a couple years.
What I would like to know from you is, in your own words, what happened to Kelly Jean?
I know she's been through a lot, and it was a lot, and it might take a little bit to describe, but there's a lot.
Please take your time.
I'll start with saying that she's hyperglycemic.
Okay.
Alright, so her eating levels are important. She has to have a certain amount of sugars or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I only bring that to attention because I know at one point while she was making the cereal, she fainted and really hurt her head, and it really concerned me. Because a little after that, I started seeing impairment issues, whether it's speech, memory, things like that. And I was concerned. Because I believe she left for a while, got into a really bad relationship, and then when she came back to me, there was just some things. But yeah, there was that. And then I was trying to take care of her. I saw like a yellow thing forming in her eye at one point. Then that turned into a blood sac. And that became both eyes.
When did you observe this, or when did you notice this issue with her eyes?
This was within a week or two. All of this is going to be only 2 weeks time period, because it was about 2 weeks after that when I found her in the shower.
Alright, so she passed out, hit her head on the floor.
Wade describes all these health issues Kelly Jean was having after an accident in the shower. Health issues he claims led to her death, but something isn't adding up.
When she passed out and hit her head, did you guys go to a doctor or anything when you noticed the stuff in her eye, or maybe her motor skills were a little bit off or anything like that? Did you try to get some medical treatment for her, see what was going on, anything like that?
I didn't take her, no. I didn't know if she could move or get around.
2 weeks later, he helped her run a bath.
I figured she'd be okay in a bathtub, just taking a bath, you know. So I started to water for her. I thought she'd be okay if she was laying down, not standing up. I wouldn't have to watch over her.
She wouldn't fall.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I see her in the morning, she wasn't breathing, and what really shocked me is when I saw her feet. And it means that she started with hot water and I don't know, didn't have the strength to turn the knob. I can't understand why she didn't turn it or adjust it, and I don't know if that was the cause of death. Is hot water, or if maybe she tried to get up and fell or something. I don't know. I seriously do want to know what the cause of death was, because I really don't know.
So do we know approximately when this was, when you went back in the morning and found her in the bathtub and she wasn't breathing?
8 or 9. I think.
No, like what date? Like today is what, May 23rd. Yeah.
I don't know my dates. I know I was working at Speedway for a few weeks, and she passed away during my time of working there.
Did you call 911? Did you call anybody at all?
My parents. I didn't know what. I don't know how different it would have been. I mean, if I would have made a report, like, I've been through a lot of scenarios where I've been accused of a lot, and I've been through a lot. So I haven't been in a situation where I felt like I could.
A legitimate fear of injustice or a guilty conscience.
I felt like no matter what I say or do, I was just going to be guilty. But I figured even no matter what, the best I'll do is I want to give her a proper burial somewhere. She doesn't have any family. She doesn't have anything. And at least wherever I'll put her, I would visit her. I wouldn't want her to have, like, nobody visit her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what you guys would do with her now, but if I could know where she was buried, I would like to go.
She's in a bathtub. She's not breathing. What transpired from there?
Well, it's not pretty, I'll tell you that. Seeing things that I can't unsee, but Okay, so it took me a while to get some coolers. In the process of that, I would run cold water on her until I got some coolers, because I was like, I mean, you have a lot of detective shows, right?
Sure.
You know, so
They're
they
good.
tell you if you keep the body cold or something, maybe it'll preserve it. I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant in what I'm thinking, but that's TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kept cold water running on her a lot.
When you say that, you mean that she was still in the bathtub, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't move her at all for a long time.
How long do you think a long time would be?
2 or 3 weeks. Like a portion of April.
A couple times a day, just
It'd be like,
ice cold water. Or...
yeah. So I felt like it would help preserve.
No, I'm sure it did.
I've seen the whole decomposition process. Because I would come in and check on her, and I know she's passed, but I still talk to her.
Okay.
That's why he says he bought the coolers too, to preserve her.
Well, I wanted to put her all in one, so she could be whole.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't really move her in any kind of way to keep her whole. Nothing I could do could keep her remain whole. That's where it really got gross.
What happened at that point?
Well, when I had to get the second cooler, I had to put her legs in that one. And I'm not gonna lie, that was the grossest thing ever.
And I guess help me understand how she was in one and her legs were on another.
I had to cut her legs so I could fit me out.
Okay, when you say that, you mean that her body was too big for the first cooler? So you couldn't fit her in the first cooler? And was she too stiff to be able to move her around to put her in the cooler?
If I could move her, I would have had her like knees up to her chest or something.
But you couldn't? Okay. So you say you cut her legs. Where did you cut her legs at?
This is the most disgusting thing ever. Hopefully you never have to see something like this in your life. Ever. Alright, so here and then here. I started here, but then I realized her knees were still over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go here too.
Okay. And how did you cut her legs?
I used a saw.
He bought the saw on his credit card on April 17th, which gives the detectives a timeline to work with.
Okay. Where were you planning on putting her?
I don't have a place in
Didn't have a place yet?
I mean, as I travel around countryside, I could look around and say, okay, that could be or that could be, but the only thing I thought in my mind would be like a lake with a hill or something, and at least you'll have some wildlife or something.
After dismembering Kelly Jean's body, Wade wanted to find her a nice resting place. But the detectives restrained their disbelief for now, because they've got a trump card. And it's that call that tipped them off in the first place.
I only had one friend which probably made the call, and I'm not going to be upset with him. He probably got to a point where his conscience got to him too, but...
That happens to people, I mean, especially when you're talking about something like someone passing away. So, who is your friend that you talked to about?
Stephen Russ.
Stephen is the man who directed the cops to that apartment last night, and he had a lot to tell them.
So he just asked you if you wanted to see the dead body?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was trying to get me to help him to where he can go bury the body, and we told him that we wasn't going to do that.
And do you know who the person is?
Yeah, her name is Kelly Jean Warner.
Do you know?
They had an off and on relationship for a couple of years, and as far as I know, she was just staying with him after he got the place.
Okay.
And from what he said, she got kind of mouthy with him. He backhanded her and accidentally killed her. And he had her in the bathtub for a little while, and then he wound up chopping her up and putting her in the coolers.
According to him, Kelly Jean didn't just die. Wade murdered her.
So wait, I want you just to remind you that we have spoken to Stephen. Okay, so we've been 100% honest with each other up until this point, so I want to make sure that we continue to be honest there. If there's something that we've talked about that's not really 100% honest, now would be the time to say, okay, hey, I think I might have said this, but I really meant that. That way, we're all telling each other the truth.
I told him about that cutting process.
Okay. What did you tell him happened to Kelly?
I think I told him that she fell down.
Did you tell him that you backhanded her and something happened and she passed away?
Backhanded her? No, if he said that, then I'm a little bit upset because that's not true.
Okay. So an autopsy will be performed on Kelly, and what they will do is they will go through, all medical conditions, everything that transpired. They'll be able to tell us what her exact cause of death was. And I just want to make sure that you're telling me she was in a bathtub, you woke up, she wasn't breathing, the water was above her airways, and then we get to the medical examiner's office and they say, she's got water in her lungs, but that's not what caused her death. So,
ever since that first fall, I've been worried. Like I said, with the balance being off.
Okay.
My fear is that she might have tried to got up and might have slipped back down. Okay.
Despite Stephen's witness statement, Wade continues to deny it.
The fear that I have from police in general comes from when I was accused of a situation, and this is in my report file, so you can look it up. But at like 2:30 something in the morning, I wake up to a squad of police. I was in an abandoned factory, and they bust down through the door, and they had all their guns drawn on me. And when they interviewed her the second time, you'll see in the report, she confessed to making the story up.
Was that Kelly or was that somebody else?
That was someone else.
Okay. Other than that, have you ever been in trouble for anything else, or?
Most of the time, I've been homeless for 15 years.
Has it really been 15 years?
This is my first time having a home.
Wow, gotcha.
I never had keys to my own apartment until now. So a lot of my cases have always been trespassing, abandoned houses.
Gotcha, okay. Any kind of domestic violence or anything crazy like that?
The domestic things in the past have been dismissed in court because, before when with Kelly Jean, for example, all right, I kicked her in the butt because I was ashamed of her cheating on me and such. I shouldn't have, but I did. And then come to find out in court, she tried to blame these bruises of her ankles on me. I said, I have nothing to do with her ankles. That's false evidence.
It turns out Wade has a history of hurting Kelly Jean.
Well, she did leave for a while. And then she did come back, but...
Remember, the idea of us talking is being honest.
Yeah. She came back with a lot of marks and bruises on her, okay? I don't know who he is. She won't tell me that.
Part of what you just told me is absolutely true. And part of what you told me is not true.
Her coming back with marks and bruises?
No. So, how angry were you with her for leaving and then coming back?
No.
No.
I love her.
I know you do.
I do.
I know. To the point where she's going to be with you and no one else?
This detective, playing bad cop, exits the room, leaving Wade with the other detective, who tries to appeal to his emotions.
Not to bring up bad memories or bad thoughts, but it sounds like Kelly was suffering pretty bad.
I might have only seen her cry maybe 4 times.
Okay. What caused her to cry?
2 times was pain related. Like where she got hurt, she cried.
How'd she get hurt? Did she cut herself bad, or was it a broken bone, or?
Just, I don't even want to really talk about that. I just know that that's the only time I've ever seen her cry.
Okay.
Just twice out of pain.
Okay.
And twice when I left her alone.
You don't want to talk about it? 'Cause did you cause the pain to her? And you can be honest with me, Wade. It's all about getting everything off your chest.
When I left her alone, I know when she cried being alone, I caused that emotional pain. Physical pain, I don't think me causing her physical pain caused her to cry. I think, well, maybe.
Maybe it was a little physical pain from you.
It might have been, but it's only been twice I've ever seen her cry for me. She doesn't cry very often.
Gotcha. She's tough.
And she doesn't yell or scream.
She don't yell or scream. She's just tough. So.
Yeah.
Why would she have cried from a physical pain from you? Did you guys get in an argument or something? And
It's just, I don't want to talk about that part. Like,
it's important to get it off your chest.
I don't like the fact that I caused her pain.
I understand that.
Inch by inch, Wade begins to admit that he might have hurt Kelly Jean.
And that's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we need to know. How she actually passed away. Whether that was from physical touch from you, whether you felt bad for her and wanted to put her out of her misery so she wasn't suffering anymore. Or
The only thing I did is had her in a tub. I remember having the water turn on. Or physically, I was asleep, and I woke up finding her. Physically, I didn't do any harm to her other than that water, as far as her cause of death. Okay,
there was no anger moments, or
maybe
when she returned
that,
home.
Maybe before that we might have had some whatever, but it was not her cause of death. You know what I mean? It's not.
We would rather find out from you telling us if you knew how she died, rather than finding out from the autopsy.
Right. Well, I'm telling you, that night, that's how that night went. Any other marks on her, that could have been scuffles between her and I. Okay? But as far as why and how she died, I'm telling you the absolute truth.
What when we do the autopsy, what marks are we going to find that was from scuffles between the two of you?
Like her lips might be messed up, or...
Why would her lips be messed up? Did it start when she came home, after she came home from that guy and you were upset, or where did the physical stuff start between the two of you?
Over the years, sometimes, but I am willing to let her go, and she can love whoever she wants and be with whoever she wants. Just
let me ask you this, and I'm gonna give you a quick opportunity to tell me. When was the last time you guys got physical together? I mean, when was the last time you guys, when things got a little heated, where she would have got bruised up, or you would have got bruised up, or?
it might have been when she got back, but I'm telling you, it had nothing to do with how she went.
I don't think it does either.
I'm telling you.
Wade refuses to tell any other story, and the officers take him back to his holding cell, where he tells them something interesting without the cameras rolling. He says, "As far as smacking her, the only thing I use on her anymore is the belt. When you look at her, you will find belt marks on her back and neck, but that didn't cause her death." He's openly admitting to abusing Kelly Jean, and that's just the start of it. The detectives track down his friend Steven the next day, who also goes by Ryan, and he tells a very different story to Wade.
So when I was interviewing him yesterday, your name was almost the first thing out of his mouth. Oh, I know why you guys came here. Really? What's that? Oh, it's Steve. How do you know Wade Allen?
I've known Wade for almost 10 years. That's pretty much how long I've been here in Michigan. He was one of the first two people that I met whenever I came here. We became instant best friends.
Would you consider yourself best friends now?
Not really.
Not really?
Steve and Wade were homeless together for a while, but they grew apart.
So the whole case came to light when Central Dispatch got a call regarding Wade and KJ. Do you know about that call?
Yes, I did.
Did you place that call to Central Dispatch?
Yes, I did.
And what was that call in reference to?
My family was getting very scared of him, and it was to the point that they couldn't even sleep, so I had to do something.
Okay, and why is it that they were getting scared of him and couldn't sleep?
He kept making comments about killing and cutting up our friends.
Wade did?
Yes.
Have you ever heard Wade make a statement about killing and cutting up KJ?
Yes.
Well, do you remember how long ago that was?
It's probably been about a month. He came to me one night on Facebook saying that he was really scared and that he had done something stupid and now needed someone to talk to. He said that he had hit KJ, as he's done numerous times, but this time she hit her head on the fireplace, the mantelpiece of it, and that she had stayed like that for a couple days, and he knew she was alive, but she wouldn't eat or nothing like that. He said that he took a torch and would torch some of her body. He wanted us to help him move the body with the car, and we both told him no, that we can't do that. And I was like, you're one of my closest friends, and I'll keep your secret for you, but obviously I couldn't.
Wade wasn't trying to find a suitable resting place for Kelly Jean.
A lake with a hill or something. Yeah, at least you'll have some wildlife or something.
He was trying to escape detection, and he wanted Steve to help him.
Do you happen to say what they were fighting about?
No. He never does. They've got into several fights that I know of. One of them actually led to a court battle, and she brought up a fall and blamed it on him, so they threw the case out. So I don't really know.
And he told you that he had cut her up and put her in a cooler?
Mm-hmm. In the bathtub, that way it would all drain.
Where did he say he cut her up at?
The bathtub.
He said he cut her in the bathtub?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said that told that his neighbors that he was going to be cutting some wood and stuff, so I don't know.
Would you consider him controlling of her?
Yes. He'd tell her to go to the store, and if she couldn't find her way to the store, then he would tell her how stupid she was and send her back.
This is a far more compelling explanation for Kelly Jean's death than Wade's convoluted story. A pattern of control and abuse escalated until he hit her so hard it caused brain damage. And instead of calling 911, he tortured her and let her die in the bathtub before mutilating her body. And a whole series of witnesses corroborate this version of events. Another friend of Wade's, a man named Bill, says Wade tried to trade him a reciprocating saw on May 21st.
Would you say that he was insisting that you take the saw?
Pretty much, yes, he was insisting. Because I even said, no, not right now.
And was he persistent about it?
Yeah.
Did you notice anything about the saw that was weird, different?
Not until I heard that all went down, and then I held the baggie up to the light, because my electricity's off, the storm took power out. So
that happened to me.
Looking at you can see, a serration, and it looked like a chunk of something in there.
He was trying to dispose of the evidence. The detectives locate Wade's ex, Katie, She says he once threatened to break her arm.
Did he ever talk to you about him? Sorry. Hurting other people? Like almost like a bragging kind of, I did this to this person or this to them?
Told me that he had a problem with women before. Like he was violent towards women before. Somehow that didn't scare me. I don't know why.
And most chilling of all are the stories Wade's cellmates have to tell. According to them, he's been bragging.
Basically, he was all talking about how she wouldn't eat and that he was beating her with his hands and she fell, hit her head, and she was on the floor, never woke up. I guess he said that she was like in a coma of some sort, that he had put her in the bathtub, turned the hot water on full, and thought that she would wake up herself and just left her in there to scald the shit out of her. That he quit beating her with his hands and started using a belt to beat her in the back and stuff, trying to wake her up and everything.
There became an incident where at one point he ended up backhanding her, and after him backhanding her, she told him supposedly that he was going to go to jail for that, and then Wade started tying her up and keeping her to where she couldn't go anywhere.
And he said when she got to be submitted to that, where she would just let him do it without having to fight him, that's when he started taking the torch and burning her.
So Wade Allen told this to you, like you and I sat here in conversation.
Sat down, you know, they were all, well, it was all four of us, but Chris was reading through his police report, and, you know, they were laughing and cutting up and just not making jokes about it, but I sat down there and he told me, you know, about this white ribbon, and he took a white ribbon and her head was in his lap, and he put it around her neck, and he said, at least you're gonna die by somebody that loves you. And he said he started to choke her, and he said he choked her for 5 minutes. I said, and I was like, how did you know that? And he's like, well, there's a clock right in front of me, and I made her watch it. And he's like, I choked her for five or so minutes, and he said he didn't know if it killed her, but he had to smack her to get her to come back. And I guess she never actually came back. She came back, but she wasn't there.
Wade deprived Kelly Jean's brain of oxygen for long enough to cause irreversible brain damage. It was no accident. And the medical examiner agrees. They record a finding of homicide by unspecified means. Whether Kelly Jean was hit over the head or strangled to later drown, it's clear that Wade killed her.
He was bragging and laughing about it the whole time, which was the disturbing part.
It's out there, man. He's just laughing about it, and he can talk about it like it's nothing to it. I mean, he jokes about it.
I think he's sick and he needs help, dude, and I don't think this is the first person he did this with, you know.
Why would you say that?
I just get this feeling, you know what I mean?
So is it something that he said, or?
Yeah, pretty much that he goes, both. How he says that he stays all over and stuff, you know what I mean? It's kind of odd.
No other victims are discovered, but the dispassionate way Wade disposed of her body and the way he bragged about it afterwards means that even if he hasn't killed in the past, he might well have done so in the future. Thankfully, he was stopped in time, but it was too late for Kelly Jean. When Wade learns that his cellmates snitched on him, he sexually assaults one of them. This is added to the counts against him, and he tries to have the murder charges dismissed based on how the cops conducted the search, putting him in cuffs and threatening to detain him if he did not let them in. But the court overrules his motion. The day before his trial is due to start, in January 2023, he pleads no contest to second-degree homicide, attempted dismemberment and mutilation, and attempted third-degree criminal sexual conduct. He will serve a minimum of 44 years in prison, and he has still not admitted what he did, saying at his sentencing hearing, "I ask the family to please forgive me. They don't have to, but with or without their forgiveness, I have to forgive myself." But according to everyone who knows him, he doesn't deserve such forgiveness. If you or someone you know is experiencing abuse, the U.S. National Domestic Violence Hotline is available 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 1-800-799-SAFE 7233 or visit thehotline.org. What do you think about this horrifying story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe, keep up with our channel, and we will see you very soon on The Decoder.